Star Wars number 52 just came out this week and had a lot of fun nods. Oh, and we also saw Han Solo versus Vader in regards to their piloting skills. It turned out exactly how you would expect it to.
Don't get too proud of this technological terror you've constructed.
So just in case you're not up to date in what's happening in the main Star Wars comic series, we're on part 3 of Hope Dies, which is kind of a depressing name. So here's a synopsis of what's currently going on. Queen Trios of Sho-Turun, instrumental in outfitting a powerful new fleet of Mon Calamari ships for the Rebel Alliance, has betrayed her new allies by sabotaging their cruisers' vital systems and selling the rebels out to the evil, their opinion, not mine, Galactic Empire. Though Trios has evaded capture by Princess Leia, the rebels have discovered that the devious Queen's sabotage did not disable the failsafes of their hangar bay doors, which will unseal should any fighter broadcast a rebel signal. With comm systems down across the fleet, the rebellion's only hope for survival rests with Han Solo's ability to fly his way through the battle and deliver that information to Luke Skywalker and the other pilots. But first, Han's got to shake Darth Vader off his tail. Alright, so the comic opens with Han Solo piloting the Falcon, trying to outmaneuver Vader in his TIE. Well, he doesn't know it's Vader quite yet. As we'd expect, Han Solo can't get Vader off his tail, and Han yells at Chewie to shoot the guy already. And then Chewie lets him know, yeah, the guy that's in the TIE, that's Darth Vader. Understandably, Han starts panicking a bit. He has Vader on him and knows this isn't going to end well for him. Han, in a desperate attempt to get away from Vader, decides to fly at a rebel ship's bay doors, knowing that as long as he's broadcasting a rebel signal, the doors will open. But Vader is having none of that and fires missiles at them. Knowing they won't make it before the missiles impact, they're forced to veer away. I love that when they have to do this, Vader, like the proud, arrogant asshole he is, says out loud to no one, no escape. Meanwhile, the rebel fleet, still disabled from Trios' betrayal, are taking heavy fire. On one ship, a rebel commander figures out that the problems are caused by certain circumvents in the hardware, and that they all source the Sho-Turun systems, and it's possible some bypasses are still operational. As his ship is about to be destroyed, he tells the crew to get in the escape pods and try to get that information to the rest of the rebel ships. Vader, being the cold operator he is, tells them to destroy the escape pods, and that's their priority. C-3PO on the Falcon witnesses this and thinks and says, oh, those poor people, and Han, having sympathy for them but also realizing that they're also in deep shit, goes, yeah, right now we're all poor people. Han also realizes that Chewie is never going to hit Vader's TIE with the guns because Vader is just too good of a pilot. So instead, he gives Chewbacca a new task. They're going to put C-3PO in the escape pod to get the message that the bay doors will still work and that they just need to fly at them. Unfortunately, using the destruction of the rebel ship I talked about a little bit ago as a distraction. Han flies through it, knowing Vader can't follow, and then they launch C-3PO. I kinda like seeing the Falcon's escape pod again. Poor Chewie always seems to be put in charge of launching people on batshit crazy missions. The next time we see C-3PO, he's not looking too good, but he was able to get on the ship that Luke is currently on, and he explains to Luke that he crashed into the ship and had to crawl to the airlock. But he also lets Luke know, hey, just fly at the bay doors and they'll open. Luke tells everyone to get ready to launch, but General Dodonna wants to run some tests first. Luke, being Luke, says he'll be the test and gets ready to fly at the doors. Luke hilariously comments to himself and R2, I trust the Force, I save the galaxy, but if I die, it's because I trusted 3PO. Luckily it works and the rest of the fighters launch. Wedge, who also is among them, calls Luke their squad leader and asks them what their call sign is. And because this series lately has focused on Luke really looking up to and idolizing Jyn Erso, you can guess what Luke called their squadron. He tells them to form up, Rogue Squadron, and they start their attack on the Imperials. This is a huge moment because we just saw the creation of Rogue Squadron, a squadron we saw in Empire Strikes Back during the Battle of Hoth.
Rogue 3! Copy, Rogue Leader.
Wedge,
I've lost my gunner. You'll have to take this shot.
While I love that Jyn Erso is being brought up and Luke looks up to her, it does feel a bit odd that she's being so shoehorned into the comics right now, especially since in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, Jyn is never mentioned. But that's also the problem with creating canon after a trilogy has already been completed. There's gonna be weird moments like that. That being said, I think the origin for that squadron name is really cute. So next issue, we're going to see Rogue Squadron versus the Imperials, and we might even see Luke and Vader face off again in their own ships, which sometimes results in Luke going all kamikaze, so I guess we'll have to see if that's done again. I kind of hope it isn't. What were your thoughts on this issue? Let me know in the comment section down below.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars videos.